goes. Bring it back. Where did it go? There we go. Cool, cool. All right, we're live. We're back for another night. 12/13/2025. Crazy that December is almost halfway done. What's up, Gomez? How are we doing? Or should I say Juan? What's up? How are you? All's good. That's what we like to hear, man. What about me? Well, it's snowing where I live, so it is extremely cold. The roads are very hard to drive on, so driving home from work today, not the best experience, but we made it back home safely, and now we're just hanging out at the house, having a good time, streaming away. And that's what we're doing, man. All is good, just like you. Yeah. You don't have snow where you're at? Where are you at? I was playing with the snow. I enjoy playing with snow, just because I am one of those weird people who likes the cold. But to me it's always been a fun time. I my family, however, they typically don't like the snow. I am the odd one out person. Gomez in general. You live in Colombia? Interesting. And there's no snow in Colombia. Interesting. I did not know that. All right. Very cool. Where is Colombia exactly? Country. It's in South America. Okay, cool. Ramune, hello. It's been a while. How are you doing? We're here. We're back. We're having a good time. Gomez, have you always been in Colombia, or have you ever lived somewhere else? Gomez, we have high mountains like the Andes, and of course there's snow over there. But usually don't people like that? Yeah, that's fair. High altitude, not necessarily most people's favorite. I would say slash assume. So makes sense that most people don't necessarily care for it that much. Ramune, you're doing fine. Excuse me, you're doing fine. Very nice. Good to hear. It's been a while. It's been a while since you've been here, so I was like, "Hey, what's going on? What's been happening? I haven't seen you in a bit." Cool. All right. Well, as more and more people start to roll into the stream, then we'll wait for more and more questions to start flying. We'll have a good time. We'll answer them away. We'll have a great night. Gomez, you have traveled to other countries and continents, but you've always lived here between Medellin and Bogota. Interesting. Okay. There's the Stray Kid. There's the Stray Kids reference. Happens at least once a stream. There, there's that. MD back with the program that no one has heard about before, but you keep mentioning. Gomez, have I traveled to another country? Yes, I've traveled to another country once. It was when I was a freshman in high school, and the reason I did was for my high school's jazz band. We were actually one of the groups of entertainment on the cruise, and that's the reason that we actually got to go on the cruise, but the cruise was actually to the Bahamas. And so that is the only time I've ever been outside of the country was when I got to perform on that cruise ship with my high school's jazz band. But that's been about it. Ramune, you've been game watching. Interesting. Huh. Karen, hi, my name is Karen. How are you? Karen, I'm doing good. How are you doing? Thank you for being here. Blake, hello. How are you today? How are you tonight? You had a chilly night? Chilly tonight? You like Blake, I have never had chili, so could not tell you. Let's see. Littlefoot, thoughts on the price of silver? I don't know the price of silver, so I have no thoughts. M, we have not started talking about tennis yet, dude. Well, we would love a while. No, I've never listened to Stray Kids. I have no clue why people say I look like that. Littlefoot, don't forget to like the stream. Yes, by all means, if you want to, please do. I would appreciate it. Gomez, did I enjoy the Caribbean? I enjoyed it. I had a great time. I had a great time on that cruise. It was a good time when we got on the island. That was fun too. We mainly stayed with our group just because we were in a new country. But yeah, that was a great time. I had a very nice experience, both overall. I'd say overall, yeah, would definitely go back on another cruise. Very fun. Tony Mack, hello. Have I ever tried a Diadem Axis? Yes, I have tried Diadem Axis. I actually have one sitting in my room right now. It is over there. But yes, I have tried the Diadem Axis. What would you like to know, Tony? Karen, you're all right. Very nice. Gomez, the culture and food is very different to the U.S. I would say so. We were only on land, I think, for maybe a few hours. Like we did not stay there an entire day, I don't think. But it was a good time nevertheless. Like we jam packed a lot into that one day. Brent, hello, what's up? Blake, you still sick? You have a sickness? Are you? Am I still getting over the sickness? A little bit, Blake. My voice is still not where I want it to be yet. I would like some of my falsetto back. So we'll see when that happens. But overall, we seem to be much better. Karen, what's my favorite food? I don't think I have a favorite food. Food just kind of really doesn't do it for me. I don't. I'm not a foodie. I'm just not. Ugly. You think I should listen to Stray Kids? I should start their album Karma. I don't know. I'm not really big into K-pop or anything, so I don't think Stray Kids is something that would be of interest to me. Tony Mac is as good as the VCore 98. How's the volley? Well, well, Tony, if you're trying to compare the normal Diadem Axis to the VCore 98, the normal Diadem Axis is a 100 square inch head size, but it has the pure arrow shape. So if you play with a pure arrow, Tony, then in my opinion, the Diadem Axis is just a easier on the arm and slightly less powerful pure arrow. That's really been about it. I wouldn't necessarily compare the Axis 100 to the VCore 98 just because you're not comparing the same head size. If you wanted to compare the 100 to the 100, that makes a little bit more sense in my opinion. Or if you're comparing, say, the Axis 98 to the VCore 98, you have a little bit more of a easy time comparing those two being the same head size. But then the Diadem Axis 98 has the 16 by 20 string pattern, so it's a little bit more control oriented. So it just depends on what you are wanting it to work for. Volley wise, I think it did fine. I don't think it's necessarily any. I don't think it was the best thing at the net, just because I personally just didn't see or it didn't like stick out to me as extremely great at the net or anything. It was fine, but I don't think it stuck out. So it's just kind of a little bit more of the feeling you get from hitting it, I would say, rather than much of anything else in terms of like playability wise. Like, have I been to Florida? What about North Carolina? I have not been to Florida. And what am I saying? Yes, I have been to Florida. Yes, I have been to Florida, and I believe yeah, I was in North Carolina. When, yeah, I went to North Carolina to go see the Biltmore House. That was really cool. I really enjoyed that. Gomez, you're very interested in seeing me reviewing the new line of V cores. You're specifically interested in the 100D, the 1620, 305, 315. I'm interested in it too. Like, I keep hearing about it, but I've not got to see it yet, so I'll be very curious how that's going to play. Michael, pick a number between 1 and 10. 4. Lily, neither were you, but they're different. I think I'm fine, Lily. Maybe one day, but that will not be today. Karen, what kind of music do I like to listen to? So typically, from what my things have been saying, I have pop music as a big thing, and then typically what I've noticed, I like a lot of music made before like 2010 and before auto tune really started becoming a big thing. I don't tend to care as much for a lot of the new stuff that comes out just because I just tend to like the old stuff. To me, it just sounds more real. But that's also why I think I'm a fan of Broadway like show tunes because you can't fake those. Like those performers are actually singing that song. They're actually hitting the notes. They cannot be like missing those because they're performing live. They don't have that opportunity to redo it. So just kind of stuff like that, I would say. Lou, hello. How are you? Lee, another Stray Kids reference. All right. Blake, you say people happen to make fun of you, which is not cool. It's not. Tony Max, 60 by 20 sounds pretty sweet. VCore 98 volleys are kind of terrible. No feel and ball kind of comes off randomly. Interesting. SH, no. Chill, chill guy, cool shades. Thanks, I appreciate it. Stray Kids, hello. Stray Kids fan, hello. Sco, what's up? Hope all is well for you today. You decided to fully switch to head gravity Tour 98. This racket just gives you a little bit of everything and a boost on the serve. Very nice. We'll string your current setup tighter. Grapple Tour Sniper / X1 Bypass 53 57 rather than 51 56. Very cool. Very nice. Glad to hear. William, hello. What's up, buddy? I sound better today. I hope I'm fully recovered now. I may sound better, but I don't know if I'm fully recovered yet. My voice still isn't. I know that. And that one needs to come back. I want that one to come back like now. But uh yeah. Overall, everything else, we're pretty good. Uniforms, what's up? Thank you for the jewels. I appreciate it. Let's see. Hi, Keenza. What's up? Blake, people make fun of it. Blake, I don't. Let's go. Also, if there are any wrestling fans here tonight, John Cena's final match. I saw that my brother is a big like WWE fan, and he's watching I think those matches right now. He just finished the Cody Rhodes one, and so they're watching that right now. I think expected and waiting for John Cena's final match. So it's like he's very sad. He even has the John Cena like final tour goodbye shirt that he bought. So he's fully ready to watch and probably be very sad at the end of the match. Good match. You're planning on switching rackets from the Vostra V8, 1618, 300, 320 to the V Core 100D or the new Pura 98 that hasn't come out. The V8 tends to be very loose on directional control. That's also because you have a 16 by 18, buddy. And yeah, you have a more open string pattern in a 100 square inch head size racket, so it kind of makes sense why it's a little loose on directional control. I don't know how I'm gonna feel about the new Pure Aero 98 when it comes out. I really don't, because of what they changed with it. From what I've heard, I don't know how I'm gonna feel about it. I'll have to wait and see. Charlie, hello. How are you doing? Has been a while. Sorry for not telling you live lately. You've been putting pressure on yourself lately, but you're doing okay now. Do you like my new channel name, profile picture, and banner by myself? Very cool. Very cool. What pressure have you been putting on yourself? Like, what does that mean? Karen, you like chatting with me? How's the weather forecast over there? It is cold. It is very much just nothing but snow, and the roads were absolutely terrible. So not not the best. Justin, what's up, man? Am I coming to Phoenix? Not right now. I probably should, just because it's cold here and there's so much snow. But I am not showing up anytime soon that I know of, buddy. Maybe one day here soon. Uniforms, you like burgers? Very nice. Why are you gonna steal a shopping cart? Why? How is that going to help you? Sko, yep, you believe his match will be around 9:30. Very sad, can't believe it. I know, right? It's crazy, Sko, that he's still going. Uniforms, what year is it? 2025. Blake, do I like the UFC? I don't watch the UFC, so I can't really say anything. Yeah, that's about it. Gomez, yeah, it was for taking care of your arm, but you're feeling better now, so you want a better racket to play more aggressive. Okay. I like it. I like the enthusiasm with it. I'm glad the vocal did help with your arm, though. That's very good to hear. I'm a big fan of vocal rackets. in terms of being easy on the arm and helping people recover from like tennis tennis elbow or injury. Big fan of vocal. Blake, do I like the UFC? I already said, do I like really good? Yeah, tennis game today, but you missed it. Well, that's not good, Blake. And as you can tell, probably I'm a big fan of tennis. Just stopping by before you go to beds. W shirt, thank you. I know my dad got this shirt for me. Sonic, very cool. Always been a fan. Charlie said nice shirt as well. Thank you. Sonic appreciates it. Typo, thank you for the jewels. Much appreciated. Weston, what's up? How we been? Typo saying hello, hello. You sound better, so you're assuming that I'm not sick anymore. Never mind, you cough. I don't think a cough necessarily means I'm sick. It just means that I have a cough. My voice is not back to where it needs to be yet, so that's not fun, but I would not say I'm still sick. Tyler, you say there's a huge spider crawling by my TV? Well, that sucks. Oh well. Raymond, interesting. Thank you for the compliment. MW Dad, I know, right? It was pretty nice of him to get me this. And then I wore it when I went to go see Sonic 3 at the movie theaters. So, even better, it worked out. Karen, you can ask me any questions if you like. You should have some hot soup will help you when you're feeling. Yeah, you had some lemon soup to help you feel better. Okay. I think you're telling me to eat soup. I think that's what that said. Sonic 3, there's a 1 and 2. Yeah, there is a Sonic 1, there is a Sonic 2, and a Sonic 3. I don't think I know I've seen Sonic 1. I know I've seen Sonic 3. I don't think I've seen Sonic 2. I don't think I have. Like I think for some reason I skipped that one and went straight to 3 because I cannot remember the second one for the life of me at all. Uniforms, does anyone want to destroy the shopping cart king with you? No. You will have to partake in that one on your own uniforms. But thank you for the jewels. I appreciate it. Charlie, you've started to like owls? That's cool. M? What? What? What do you mean by that, M? Just the first sentence. Charlie, do I like owls? They're cool. They're fun. I don't. I haven't. I don't. I have not seen one in a long time, but I think they're fun. Blake, you like my Sonic shirt? Thank you. Appreciate it. Nah, and they fixed and made Sonic look way more normal from the original trailer when the first movie came out. The internet had such a big controversy over the internet had such a big controversy over how Sonic originally looked when they were first going to do the movie that the movie studio was like, "Okay, fine, we're sorry, we messed up," and then they came out with the Sonic that actually got made into the movie. So it is better. Sabrina, hello. You're stream hopping. Very cool. Very nice. Thanks for hopping on into this one. Mr. Cool, what's up? How are you? What's this? Beanish? Is that it? Yeah. Beanish, hi, how am I? You're new here? Well, thank you for being here, Beanish. I'm doing fairly good. I am recovering from a sickness, but we're pretty much almost fully recovered. My voice just needs to come back as to what it was before or better. But besides that, we're doing great. Thank you for being here. How are you doing? What's this live about? So typically, what this live is about is I'm here to help answer any tennis gear related question like tennis rackets, strings, shoes, anything like that. But sometimes the tennis talk doesn't always get talked about. So that's why we all just kind of like hang out, talk about whatever. Not much else. We're just all kind of hanging out. And that's kind of where we're at right now. We're all just kind of hanging out. I get it or I don't. No, I don't get it. I don't get it at all. You got some explaining to do there, Miss M. Charlie, I see everyone liking your Sonic shirt. How amazing! I know, right? Sonic's just great. That's Venus. The orange glasses look cool. Thank you. I appreciate it. Uniforms. You must destroy the shopping cart king. Interesting. I would. Do you find tennis as a snob sport? The amount of if this guy 5.0 that I'm going to Wimbledon comment random critique on D1 athletes page about their technique and stop other sports is insane. Not the sport necessarily, but the recreational players are snobs. I think that I think that some players, some recreational players, they think that they are much better than they actually are. And so they think that entitles them to critique others' form, when in actuality, if they played against the person they were critiquing, they would lose 6-0, 6-0 very quickly. So I don't, I think it's because people look at tennis and they're like, oh, you're just hitting the ball with a tennis racket. They just see that at the most basic level and they're like, "Oh, I can do that. I know what you need to do." But then as you get more and more into the sport, that people realize how hard it is and how much more intricate everything is. So then after a certain level where they get comfortable and then it starts to get hard to where they don't go to the next level or they just choose to stay where they're currently at, they then go to be like, "Oh, I've mastered it," because they don't want to do the work to get to where they will become even better. And so they just use that limited amount of knowledge to try and critique others when they don't have any footing to stand on. That's what I think may be happening with it. So I don't know if it would necessarily be considered a snob sport as much as just like you can find quite a bit of, say, entitlement in some tennis players if they think they are better than they actually are. And I can see it happening with a lot of I have seen it happen with a lot of people to and I'm just like this is I don't care for it. I don't like it. I don't necessarily associate with it just cuz I don't like that kind of stuff, but it is definitely a thing that the sport does face with having all types of people play the sport with it. That's what I would say. That's what I would say, William. Coyote, what's up? How you? How are you? Uniforms, you're gonna trick everyone. Interesting. And Charlie, they scratch and harm bald people, make noise at night. Random, but okay. It's hold on. What's where did my chat go? All right. I'm trying to, Karen, do I play the guitar? I do not play the guitar. I attempted to start learning it earlier this year, but then I just stopped. But I do play the saxophone. That was my instrument of choice. Scott, why do you always feel like your life is some Arab man? Why? Why, bro? What's going on? And you know, Beanish, that's awesome. You're not really into sports though. That's okay, Beanish. Well, you can stay here and hang out as much as you want. You don't have to stay here for the sports. If you want to just stay for chat, that's fine. If you want to go because it's sometimes more sports related, by all means. If you do swipe away, I hope you have a great rest of your day. That's all I gotta say. Tony, you're not gonna believe me, but we went to school together. Tony, I don't believe you. You'd have to tell me what the school was and when you went there. Beanish, wish you all the best for your YouTube channel. Thank you, Beanish. I appreciate it. Blake, you might be. I hope if you were sick that you are recovering. Beanish, do I myself play tennis? Yes, I do. That is That is partially my job to play tennis and then not only know how the tennis products are going to work, so that way I can help recommend them to people, but also I do YouTube based off of tennis. So that is partially work for me. So that's all I gotta say. Scott, there's snobs in every sport. True. And you can't explain it. It's just a girl thing. Yeah. Why would you think I would get it? Scott, not football. Interesting. My God. You judge streamers' hair? Okay. 8 out of 10. Hey, I'll take it. My hair is. I like my hair. Blake, you think you're getting sick? That's not fun, man. Let's see. Tony, you got the wrong guy then, bro. That never happened to me. Scott, you sound insecure, Michael. Interesting. Charlie and M still talking about owls? William, yes, they are snobs in every sport, but you only find this level of delusion in tennis. That's crazy. OMGW saxophone. You do look like a saxophone guy. Interesting. What makes me look like a saxophone guy? Charlie's going. Oh yeah, no. Scott, you would not be able to discuss everything over YouTube. You're just a little messed up. Hey, we're all a little messed up, Scott. STG, hello. How are you? What's Hash? Your actual name now? What's up? Daniel, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. How we been, bro? GBO VR. What are you talking about? Charlie, you just looking at a fish. Uniforms, what are you going to play in 5 minutes? M Channel, the glasses, to be honest, you wouldn't look like it without the glasses because the OG sax guy from Moldova also had glasses. His name is Sergei Stepanov, and he's a legend in Europe. Is he the guy that went on that uh what is it? It was European, like Europe's Got Talent or something, and he was on. No, it was Eurovision, wasn't it? And yeah, Eurovision, and he played this. Okay, I know who you're talking about then. I get it. I get it. I get it. I got you now. I got there. Daniel, good. You love the holiday season, the cold air, the boozy nights with friends and family. Interesting. Gotcha. Okay. Karen, do I have any pets? Yeah, we have 2 dogs, and the dogs are not near my room at all because they don't like coming near my room. They just don't care for it. Uniform some game on Roblox. Have fun. Scott, you've been to rehab 6 times, 2 sober livings, and 3 mental hospitals. You're really missing. I don't know why, and I don't want to be. You're just Scott. You're not a failure. You're still here. You're still alive. That means you're a winner. You're still living, dude. You can't fail if you're still alive. You can only learn, and then you can just use what you've learned to be better and do what you want. You're not a failure, buddy. And if anyone tells you you are, they're wrong because you're alive. So you didn't fail. Eurovision, yep. Uniforms, you're gonna open the doors and let the monsters in. Well, that's not fun. Charlotte, you bought a toy deer for Christmas decorations, even though you don't celebrate. Okay. Daniel, yeah, it was Eurovision Epic Sax guy. Yeah, I remember now that was a pretty epic saxophone solo that he had. He is well deserved in his name and fame. MWU for knowing that. Yes, yeah. When we say Eurovision, the sax song instantly plays in your mind. Exactly. They may not have won the competition, but he went down as a legend. So he won, even if he didn't win the actual competition. That is why that will be. That is why he is known, and whoever won that year is not. Karen, you have a Chihuahua, and her name is Emily. Very cool. I like dogs personally, but I would say I'm more of a fan of big dogs. I like a big dog. Sometimes sometimes the smaller dogs to me, from my experience with them, not cannot are sometimes not as fun. But yeah, dogs great species, great animal. And but the competition is pretty much canceled right now because of politics. Your country pulled out too, so yeah. But he's great. Such a nice instrument. Yeah. Uniforms by. You might join the live bag later. All right, uniforms. Well, if you do, we may be here. If you are able to make it back, we'll see you then. Charlie, the toy deer is small and so cute. Very nice. Daniel, Eurovision has gotten political and messy. Nothing lasts, and that's okay. All right. Yeah, some things are not meant to last. Interesting. Okay. Scott, Charlie should harvest the toy deer and have it for dinner. That's crazy, bro. Karen, you're Karen, you're afraid of big dogs. That's fair. I know a lot of people can't. A lot of people are just because big dogs can be scary. But I don't know. For some reason, I've always just been like, yes, if I'm going to get a dog, I want a giant one. And you too, Karen. You hate them except for huskies. You only don't like that they can talk like grown men. Why? Just because their bark is deeper? Is that what you hate, M? Scott, deer meat is good, but toy deer meat is amazing. That's crazy, bro. Hmm. Scott, when am I gonna start seeing you throughout the live streams, bro? You said you've been wanting to do it, and I know you have. When am I gonna start seeing one, my man? Dude, imagine sleeping and you hear a deep, loud male scream. It's just your dog in the living room. Well, you will know when there's an intruder, Em. Would you rather be waking up to just smaller dog just yapping at you the entire time, or would you rather just hear like one giant thunderous woof that scares the intruder away and then wakes you up because you found out there was an intruder? Charlie, that would be a no for you. Besides, you don't eat deer. That's fair. Scott, dude, I still have 35 subscribers. Hey, man, start making some shorts. Use some AI to get some clips, or just do like I told you. Just do your face direct to camera. Make the shorts, post them, just get them out there. Once you get to 50, go live. Just have a field day, bro. You're already closer than most. You have 35 out of 50. Most people don't even have any. Most people have 0. Ah, boom, Scott. You got 36 now. And the dog sounds like the intruder. Hey, he's scaring the intruder. That's why he sounds like that. Charlie, that's a good amount of subscribers. You got exactly, Scott. Well, that's the thing, buddy. You may be insecure. That's okay. You can still do it and you can still have a great time. And here's the best part, Scott. Once you get up to 50 and you start doing the live streams, you're going to let all of us know. And then we're all going to go to your channel and we're all going to support you there because we care about you, Scott, because you're awesome. So, this will just be a great way for you to do a little flourishing, get you out of some of that insecurity. Because when you post it, you can just already go straight away and, just like you can even turn off comments if you want. You don't even have to let people talk back to you. You can just be like, "All right, posted, gone." Daniel Scott, that's not true. You have 36 subs now. Yeah. And you also subscribe, but you don't know why people subscribe. You never post anything. Yeah, sometimes it's weird. Charlie, don't give up. Keep up. Scott, don't give up. Keep up uploading videos. Yeah. Karen, you're sorry you're giving you too many challenges. You're bored. Does your dogs like to eat dog ice cream? Because Emily loves dog ice cream once a week. Yes, if my dogs ever end up getting a pup cup, they are some of the happiest beings in the world I've ever seen. Especially the old one. Scott, you got this. William, you got a new follower. You got another new follower. Scott, hope you make it. Yeah, man. Yeah, Scott. You went from 35 and now you're up to 37. Get going, bro. We're waiting. You got all of us behind you. And Brody, the motivational speaker, you can hire him for $25 an hour. That's crazy. Scott, you're appreciated, Brody, and Brody's other subscribers. Charlotte, don't let others let you down. Yeah. Scott. Okay, enough of Scott. Back to nah, man. We will keep going with this, Scott. We will not let this go. We will get we will get you there. Karen, you're 53 years old. Very nice. Very cool. That's awesome. Thank you for being here. I'm sure Emily loves being with you. And if you ever buy a dog, it's gonna be a pom pom. Her name will either be Chanel or Princess. She'll be the most Thailand spoiled dog ever. No, don't get don't become an entitled dog. That's not a good dog. Those dogs don't usually play nice with other dogs if they ever meet one. Charlie, you were supposed to do a live stream and you completely forgot. Scott, Charlie subscribed to you. Nice, nice. But small dogs are entitled by nature, to be honest. I kinda, yeah. I can see that. William, you have that dog in you, Brody. But this dog in me is probably a pug, overfed, and has arthritis. Come on, Cotton. William, you can't be talking like that. If you got that dog in you, you gotta get that dog out, get him walking, running, have a great time with him, because dogs amazing. Don't let that dog in you be overfed and have arthritis. Not cool. Fix that dog. Miss Tiara, hello. How are you doing? Karen, Emily's sleeping on your bed right now. Nice. Very cool. It's always a great time. Just the dog sleeping right next to you. You just go to lay down. The dog jumps onto the bed or onto the couch right next to you. They do their little circle thing. They walk around a few times, and then they plop right next to you, so you can feel the dog just like sleeping next to you. You can feel it. It kind of leans on you, and you're just like, ah, great night, great time. And is it cannibalism if you buy fur for your future dog? Uh, if it's dog fur, I would think so. Miss Tiara, you're doing okay. How am I doing tonight? We're doing good, Miss Tiara. That's what I would say. We are almost at 100% from the sickness because my voice is still not where it was, but other than that, we're doing good. We're having a fantastic time. Charlie's saying hello again. What's up again? Scott, if you were ever to be a dog, you would be a dead dog. Not cool. Don't be dead, man. Not cool, man. You gotta stay here with us, Scott. We ain't letting you leave. Charlie Lawton. Abdul, hi, this is me. How am I? How am I? I'm doing pretty good, man. How are you doing? Nothing too crazy going on. We're having a great stream. It's a fun time. It's a fun time with everyone here. Yeah, it's just a good time, man. How are you, Abdul? Dutch, who is my first celebrity crush, bro? Let's see. I don't know, to be honest. Um, because when I was a kid, I didn't really have a celebrity crush. I never really like cared. I was just watching the show because I thought the show was funny or anything. So I don't think I had one, or yeah, I don't really think I had a celebrity crush or anything. Abdul, thank you for the motivation you gave me yesterday. You're welcome, Abdul. What did what did the motivation help you to do, bruh? What was going on? And you don't feel like dogs should be wearing clothes, to be honest, but it's cute. Maybe you want a pink dog or a little bit of pink dog nail polish, but you're against it. Interesting. Uh, Stina Applegate was your first one Dutch? Interesting. I never saw Married with Children, so I don't know who Christina Applegate is. Charlie, people say you develop a personality of a mom when you get angry a little. Maybe yes, maybe no. Interesting. M knows who that is. M knows Charlie. And your celebrity crush is James Maslow from Big Time Rush. Well, James was always considered the hot one by most people. Like even in the show, they all said James was the hot one. So I guess it makes sense that you would think that. Charlie, you remember yelling at someone during a live stream because you said you reminded him of his mom? That's crazy. Abdul, for your final exams? Of course, man. Gotta push through them, Abdul. You're almost done. It's almost over. You're so close to finishing the semester off strong, and you'll be able to just be like, ah, finally. Charlie, poor guy, you yelled at him through your live stream. Don't scream at people, Charlie. Yeah. Madawa, why do you need a phone? What are you watching this on? And yeah, he was. You're basic. That's crazy. Saying you're basic for that. You saw him last year. He took a shirt off. It was awesome. Of course, you thought it was. See, when I watched Big Time Rush, because I do enjoy their music. I do enjoy some of their music, and I was a fan of the show when it was still like airing. When I watched the show, I was always just a fan of Logan. Like, I just connected to Logan more. That's not saying that Logan has some of the better songs, but in the show, I just liked Logan the best. James was cool, Carlos was funny, and Kendall was Kendall, and he pretty much did like a little bit of everything. But yeah, for me, Logan was always the one that just kind of like stood out, and I related to more. Interesting. And Logan is a fun guy and mature. Interesting. Yeah. And what's your favorite Big Time Rush song? And James is obsessed with himself, even IRL. He doesn't act. He's just like that naturally. That's crazy for you to say. What's up, Tony? How we doing? Charlie M, you know everything. Crazy. M, boyfriend 100%. Okay. Why? Why boyfriend? Beast. B Stone, hello from the great state of Colorado. Well, B Stone, hello from the great state of Indiana. What's up, man? Charlie, no, of course not. What's mine? My favorite Big Time Rush song. There's there's a contender for two of them. One of them is Worldwide because when I saw that on the show and like the context of that song from the show, it worked very well for me and I just really like the song. My other contender for my favorite Big Time Rush song is I think it's called Count on Me, the song they did with Jordan Sparks. Great song. Yeah. No, it was called Count on You by Big Time Rush and Jordan Sparks. Great great song. So those are my two Big Time Rush like big songs that always fight for my number one and for my number one slot. Just depends on how I'm feeling that day. Karen, what's my favorite movie? My favorite movie, Karen, is The Shawshank Redemption. Has been for many years now. I've had movies that have come close to beating it, but I have not found anything to beat it yet. And you don't know why it's your favorite. You just like the song. You heard it a lot. Interesting. Floyd, welcome back. Charlie, questioning something. B-Stone, you went to Gary, Indiana once. That's crazy, dude. With the Valley Big Brother once. That was a program for youngsters without fathers. Interesting. That's insane. You went to Gary though. WRY OMG. Yes, that song is great too. All right. Joji, what's up? Do I still listen to them? What redemption? You're going to look it up. What? Oh, it's called the Shawshank Redemption. Here, I'll spell it. That's what it is, Em. It's a prison movie, but I thought it was a great movie, and it's and it has Morgan Freeman in it. That's like one of the big names in the movie that you're just like, oh, didn't know he would be in here, but he is. And I still listen to Big Time Rush every so often. I wouldn't say I listen to them that much, but I do still listen to them here and there. Joji, what's up? I haven't talked to you in a while. I know, Joji. It's been a minute or so, but I'm just almost fully recovered from a sickness, man, and we're just trying to go up from here. That's about it. B Stone. That's for his family. That's where his family's from. Very nice. Very cool. Charlie, you watched the movie It again, and you loved it again. Very nice. I've never seen It, but I've also never read the book. But I've heard a lot of people really liked it, and obviously, Charlie, you loved it. So, and Morgan Freeman was born old. No, I think most of it just took him a very long time in his career to get to where he wanted to be. Charlie, it's connected to the movie called Welcome to Derry. Interesting. And there's an It book. Crazy. Yeah, It was a book before it was ever a movie. Like I think isn't the author Stephen King, but he wrote that many years ago. I'm pretty sure. Savita, hello, how are you? Tony's saying Forrest Gump. See, Tony, uh, I have not seen all of Forrest Gump. I've seen quite a bit of it because they made us watch it in my government class of all classes to watch that at during high school. But yeah, I have not seen all of uh what is it, Forrest Gump, but I know quite a bit about it. I just have not seen it all the way through. Savita, I'm doing good. We're almost fully recovered from sickness, but besides that, we're doing good. Driving Force, aloha to you. How are we doing? I'm in. I'm majorly recovered, but hey, we're still good. We're still good. Tony's also saying Goodwill Hunting with Robin Williams. Very nice. Have not seen that, but Robin Williams, great actor, great comedian. Can't say much else, just because I don't know much else. Savita, everything is okay. Very nice to hear. Tony Gump is a feel good life movie. It's legendary, bro. Interesting. Okay. And before you go to bed, you really want to know what the backstory of my chair blanket is? Uh, the backstory for my chair, for what's on my chair, is that this is a jacket. I bought this jacket when I was earlier this year when I was taking a trip out to Arizona, and it's actually fleece lined on the inside. And this was the coolest color in my opinion, so that is why I got it. Driving Force sounds like you're feeling better. Your voice sounds clearer today. We are feeling better. I just need my voice to get back and better than what it was. I would like my falsetto back rather than just staying where I'm at right now. But yeah, other than that, we're doing good. Sweden, nice. Tony, you ran into Robin Williams in San Francisco in the 90s. Oh, I bet that was awesome. What what was the interaction like, Tony? How was he in person? Driving Force, you just watched Aaron Brockovich. That's a must see. Interesting. Joji, can you sub and like what? It's a jacket. Yes, it is a jacket. For driving, you love the colors. Thank you. I did too. Sendelman, what do I think about the new V Core? What kind of string is needed for this racket? I am not entirely sure yet. I've not got to hit with any of the new V Cores. I'm very curious to hit with them, but I have not got to yet. I have not got to yet, Sendelman. So I'm just as curious as you. I think a lot of people are going to like more sided polyester strings in the V cores. That's typically where we see a lot of V core users go to. So I'm curious to see what the trend is with it and if Yonex has done anything extremely different besides adding in the servo filter from or whatever it's called from the Perceps because I forgot it off the top of my head. But I'm very curious to see what's going to happen, and I kind of can't wait. I would like to just get it in my hand, but I don't know if where I'm at has a free one that wasn't already ordered by people. So to demo at least. Jessica, good morning. Well, good night from where I'm at. How have you been? Savita, okay then. Bye and take care. Take care, Savita. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Force, good to hear, Hans. I'm glad you're feeling better. Thank you. Charlie said hi again. Jessica, you always missed my streams these past days because you got up late, you've been busy. How am I? I've been I've been battling, Jessica. I've been battling a sickness, so we're getting better. We're almost there. We're almost done. And yeah, that's about it. We're just recovering. I want my voice to get back to where it was and then better. But yeah, that's about it. Nothing too much else going on. Charlie, Charlie, anyways, Taylor, you have to go. See you later. See you later, Charlie. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Tony, there's a comedy club there near the water and the wharf. He was there. He was by there and you met him as he was leaving. Just a quick hello. Very nice. Sometimes sometimes that's all you need. You just now you have that story. It's like I met Robin Williams and it's a cool story. And you can just say, hey, it's a cool story. And yeah, the colors are nice. You're going to bed, so enjoy the rest of your night. I hope you enjoy the rest of your night as well, Em. Good luck falling asleep. And thank you for being here as always. Jessica, no, wait, Karen. Karen, what's your favorite sports? Do I like to watch on TV? You love baseball, hockey, and basketball. Karen, if I'm going to watch a sport on TV, it is going to be tennis. I know I'm a little biased, but that's about it. I'm not really a big I don't really like tend to watch sports as often as most people would probably think. I would I would much rather just play the sport than actually watch it. But if I'm going to watch a sport, it's probably going to be tennis and not much else. I personally find baseball boring to watch, even though I've played it. I played it for many years, so I just can't get behind it. I'm normal baseball to me, not as fun. But that's just for me. Like if you try to get me to a baseball game, I'll probably say no. If you try to take me to say something like a Savannah Bananas game, I'd be more inclined because I've seen and heard what they're doing, and that sounds pretty cool and pretty awesome. My opinion. Jessica, you got messins and do take care. Get well soon. Thanks, Jessica. I appreciate it. William, Aero fins in VCore Gen 7 now are gone in Gen 8. What's the most absurd racket technology for me? Um, the most absurd racket technology. Define absurd. When you say absurd, William, are you saying that I think it's stupid it is or that it is just like it was an interesting idea but was executed poorly? Which one are you which one are we thinking? Jessica, you're going to church now. Bye, Bordy. Do take care and get well soon. Good night. God bless you and sweet dreams. Thanks, Jessica. I appreciate it. Have fun at church and have a great rest of your day. Mark, you remember back in the 90s playing Sonic on Sega CD? That's crazy, Mark. Sonic's just that guy, man. He's cool. Sendelman, what is the most awaited new racket for me in 2026? Ooh, good question. um, honestly, it's not the Pure Arrow. It's not the V Core. Excuse me. It's not the Pure Arrow, it's not the V Core, it's not the Pro Staff. What is my most waiting for? The one I'm waiting for the most. I would probably say it is the new head speeds. I have I've been a fan of the new head speed lines, and if what they say is true, I'm very curious as to how the speed tour is going to play. Just because, just because I'm very curious as to why they would make the speed racket into a smaller head size if that is true. So I'm very, very curious, and I'm very interested to see how that's going to play. So I'd say that is probably my most awaited new racket in 2026, the Speed Tour. Raider, what's up? How am I doing? I'm doing good, man. We are on the upswing from recovering from a sickness, so everything's going good. How are you doing, bro? Nightmare, see you in Valhalla, brother. Okay, interesting. William, yeah, both would be awesome, but the stupid one was what I was thinking. Okay, so stupid racket technology. Mm, hold on, I think I would have to. I'd have to like see it in my name. No, I think I remember. I think the stupidest technology, in my opinion, was um when they transitioned from Auxetic to Auxetic 2.0 and head. I think to me that was the stupidest one because it did change the feel of the racket slightly. So, but you just had to increase your tension by about 2 pounds, and you got the exact same feel. But I didn't really feel anything else different. Like I don't know, I never really was able to tell what that did. So to me, I think that switch was a little dumb. But hey, they're getting away from that now. I think so. I think Head might have thought that too. And then one technology I think that was interesting, but I think was implemented wrong was the countervail technology from Wilson back in 2016 to no, wasn't 2016. It was like 2017 to 2019, right around there, I think. The countervail technology to me, I think, was a dumb move because um, because it completely changed the feel of the rackets from what they were previously. So like they kind of went too far in the other direction, and not a lot of people liked them. So like if you started playing with the rackets with the countervail technology in them, that was your first instance. You liked it; it was fine. But if you'd play with any of the other rackets before that that did not have the countervail technology in it, then you almost hated the countervail technology when they came out, and those were the new rackets. And I think Wilson also realized that because when they went from Gen 6 of the Blade, which had the countervail, to Gen 7 of the Blade, they immediately took the countervail out, as well as they remade the Gen 6 regular Blade 98 16 by 19. They remade that frame without the countervail because people liked the frame, but they hated the countervail. So I think that, in terms of when stupid means it was implemented, but just not implemented as well as it could have been, that's what I would say, personally. Taryn, what's up? How are you? What do you call a wreath of $100 bills? Aretha Franklin's. That's a good dad joke. I like that one little. William, the high bore and speed is awesome. You find it gives a firmer feeling, but not actually stiff. Hard to explain in English for you. Feels great for me. Yeah, I like the high bore so much better than the Auxetic 2.0. Like, I to me, it was a night and day difference. Personally, really, really liked it. Cinnamon, do I have any experience with tennis elbow? What is actually the most accurate way of causing it? Too high tension, overhitting, racket technique. So, Cinnamon, I think it's a combination of all the factors. However, I would say that the probably probably what I think causes it the most, I think that technique is probably the biggest cause because if you're hitting the ball wrong and you're not in the correct positioning, then because your body, whether you are right-handed or left-handed, because you're getting that shock of the ball when it's hitting your racket going into you, and you're not in the proper technique in order to help mitigate that as much as possible, that's when I think technique is probably the most paramount cause or like the one that actually causes it the most. Whereas if you get a racket that is designed to help prevent it, you can kind of get away with a little bit more bad technique. But as soon as you try and switch rackets, or even maybe if you switch strings, it doesn't matter because you've just lost everything there. And now you potentially have tennis elbow or anything. So for me personally, I would say it is mainly technique, and then after that, it goes into just a multitude of factors of like the racket you're using, the string you're using, the tension you're using, and then other stuff like that. But for me personally, I always say technique is most likely the cause. Everything else is kind of everything else is kind of just like either adding to or detracting from you getting tennis elbow. That's what I would say. Mirek, good morning, good night from where I'm at. Where are you from, Mirek? It's morning. Ugh, so sorry. Cotton, what's your setup, Sendal? Are you from Indonesia? Very nice. Gross. Kushal, what's up, buddy? How you been, bro? How's Canada treating you? A lot of snow? Mirek, you're from Poland. Very cool. Thank you for being here all the way in Poland. Lou, don't know who that is, so I don't know. All right. Kushal, yep, lots of snow. Yeah, man, we have lots of snow where I'm at now too. I was driving home from work and there was quite a few times where my car, I could feel it start to like slide and drift out of the lane I was in, and I was not having it. It was not a great time, not fun. So I'm just on the highway with my hazard lights on my car, and I'm just going like 35 miles per hour, if that, which is about half the speed limit because it was that dangerous, and I did not trust my car going faster than that. So it was crazy, at least where I'm at, dude. But I bet where you're at, Kushal, actually being in Canada, there's probably way more than I ever have seen today. Hopefully, you're staying warm, buddy. All right. We have been going for nearly 80 minutes. So, what we are going to do is we are going to end the stream in 10 minutes when we cross the hour and a half mark. So if you have any more questions, we have 10 minutes. And then after that, I'm going to go. I'm still going to let my voice rest and recover a little bit more. But yeah, 10 minutes. Got any questions? By all means, please ask away. And because we're in the 10-minute mark, co host Kirby is making his appearance. Hello, co host Kirby. How are you doing tonight? He's doing good. And he hopes you all are doing good too. Sendelman, yep. Slinko Blackout V2 turned Big Header Silver Tour, 52 pounds, now down to 44 since the elbow. Dude, the Blackout V2, love it. I personally love the Blackout V2. That's on me. But if you're down from 52 to 44 pounds, that's crazy. Like Cotton said though, that racket is stiff, so that may also be part of the reason why. Sometimes you may just have to go to a multi-filament if your elbow's still hurting you, Sendelman. But but yeah, it hopefully that the 44 pounds has been helping since you've been using it. Karen, you're afraid to drive in the snow. That's completely understandable, Karen. It's not necessarily the most enjoyable experience. Sendelman, thanks a lot, dude. Get well soon. Push some more tennis vids. I got you, bro. We'll get working. Sendelman, that racket is stiff. Have you tried adding 2 layers of overgrip? Sometimes it's caused by too small of a grip. Yep, sometimes. Keenza, Kirby, how are you? Do you remember me? Did you miss me? Yes, Keenza. Kirby remembers you. Of course he remembers you. Phoenix probably will never play tennis. Just here to be here. And I appreciate that, Phoenix. I really do. Settlement. Ooh, nice input, Cotton. Thanks. Yep. Keenza, you miss Kirby. Hope he's doing great. He's doing just fine. Oh, we do also. I also forgot to say it because she's not here tonight. But the other Phoenix that is typically in the chat, she has her audition tonight. So hopefully, Phoenix, the audition is going well. Hopefully it went well. Hopefully it went amazing. And I hope she'll be here tomorrow to tell us all about it. She's been prepping for this for a few weeks, and I hope everything went well for her. Went well for her. Ryan, what's the best quality racket for 100 to 150 bucks? Ryan, depends on what's on sale currently, but usually if you can find a racket like the Head Speed XTC, sometimes you can find those at stores that are on sale. They're brand new. They're still freshly strung. They haven't been hit with. They're just old versions of the current speed rackets. So you can usually get those on sale for about 99 to 100 bucks USD before tax. So that's typically a good racket or a good quality one for around 100 to 150 dollars. Besides that, I'd have to check to see what other like older versions are available. But yeah, I usually like that speed for a lot of people if they don't want to spend too much money and they're getting their first racket. But it depends on what you feel comfortable swinging because there's 2 different weight variations of it, and you have to get whichever one you feel most comfortable with, of course. Keenza, stay healthy and wealthy, Kirby, and you too, right? Well, thanks, Keenza. We appreciate it. Phoenix, you just did your ballet audition. They're going to tell you in 30 minutes if you got in. What did you audition for the ballet for? Hold on. What was this? What was the ballet audition for? William, in Indonesia, the only grip available is L2. Small woman, giant man, everything in between using L2 here. That's crazy. It's driving you nuts. The only way to get L3 is to buy from another country, carry it home, insane stuff. Yeah, I would agree. That is insane. Have you ever tried a build-up sleeve William, because sometimes those can help, but you are adding quite a bit of weight to the handle if you put that on. Kansas, see you. Take care. God bless. May the force be with you. Keen's quoting some Star Wars. But thank you for being here, Keens, as always. We appreciate it. William, oh, hi, Kirby. He says hello back, William. Phoenix Welch for just being on the team, like the best team. Girl, that's crazy. You had an audition and you didn't tell us. Now we have a surprise audition. Well, hey, Phoenix, because I know we won't be here by the time you find out the answer. You'll have to come back tomorrow night and tell us how the audition went and tell us what you got. Deal? 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 I'm waiting. You can count. All right, cool. Sounds like a plan. We'll have both of the Phoenixes sharing their audition experiences with us tomorrow if everything goes according to plan. Very cool, very fun. I cannot wait. Deal. All right. I like it. Cool. All right. Then, ladies and gentlemen, we got 4 minutes left. So, if there's any last minute questions, please by all means ask away. If not, I'm still going to be hanging out here for 4 minutes and we can talk about whatever. Till then. And after that, I'm going to get on out of here. And we can all go back to our regularly scheduled lives. Cool. Phoenix, never mind. They did the decision early, and you see your name on the bracket. Yeah, let's go, Phoenix. Congratulations, you did it. You're on the best team. You're one of the best ballet dancers, and wherever you're at, you did good. Congratulations. You probably worked extremely hard for it. Glad we could be here with you when you found out. Amazing. We love to see it. Your speed legend MP 2025 from Japan L3 is the best decision in your life to try L3. Made conclusion that the tennis elbow episode in the past month caused by Tekken 5 rectangular grip that made it smaller. Interesting. Okay. Karen, can we chat tomorrow on this Sunday? Of course, we can chat tomorrow. Karen, since you're new here, I'll let you in on a little thing. But I made a commitment to myself that I'm going to be live streaming here on YouTube for at least half an hour each day for every day for the rest of 2025. I made this commitment to myself back in I think November or maybe late October. And so I have been keeping that commitment. I have not missed yet. And so, yes, I will be back again tomorrow for at least half an hour on Sunday. And then we'll keep going until the rest of the year. And then I'll decide whether or not the live streams every day continue, or maybe maybe I do it less less times throughout the week, but for longer. We'll see. I'm not sure yet. Phoenix, you low-key don't know how you got in. This girl was spinning for 3 minutes without stopping. That's crazy. Phoenix, you got good jumps, though, so maybe that was it. 2 to 3 people got in. Well, hey, you're one of those 2 to 3 people, Phoenix, so congratulations. You deserve it. Wolfie, OMG, Kirby. Yeah, it is co-host Kirby. What can we say? Aquarist, what's up? How you been? OMC on Monday for you, for you. Very nice. Wolfie, you love Kirby so much. Lol, by the way, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too, Wolfie. Kirby says so as well. He says hello by waving his sword. But hi. What is Kirby's favorite racket? Kirby? Curbster? What do we think? What's your favorite racket? We'll end on this question because I'm sorry, Wolfie and the Queris, but I've been here for an hour and a half and my voice is still not up to where I need it to be. So I'm trying to recover it after being sick. So we'll end with the Querist's question about what Kirby's favorite racket is after we think on it for a little bit. And then the stream will be ending. But let's think, Curbster. What's your favorite racket? Kirby's favorite racket. Kirby's favorite racket is a customized pink racket from Wilson because Wilson lets you customize rackets. And I feel like Kirby would customize a Wilson Clash to be pink because he's a very soft thing. And the Clash can do a little bit of everything, but it's mainly designed to be very soft for players. And since Kirby is soft as well, that's what I think his favorite racket would be. A customizable pink Wilson Clash that matches Kirby's skin tone. I think that would be his favorite. Gotta say. I'm not sure though. He might have a different opinion if he thinks more about it. All right, cool. Mirek, good morning. Well, good night, sir. Phoenix, do I sing? Yes, I do. I especially sing in musicals because I enjoy partaking in musicals and performing in them quite often. It's very fun, but I need my voice to come back because there's there's a potential audition I want to do, but I need to be able to have my voice back in order to actually have a good audition. So that is why we will be ending here soon and getting some rest. All right, Karen, you can. Phoenix, oh, see ya. You get some rest. Thank you, Karen. Aquarius, bye. Thank you for humoring you, of course. All right, and with that being said, Kirby and I, we're going to head on out of here. So, thank you all for being here. I really do appreciate it. It means a lot that you took time out of your day to come hang out with myself, co-host Kirby, and everyone else that was in chat. It means a lot. It really does, and I really do appreciate it. So, with that being said, I'll be back again tomorrow around 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. By all means, please come by, have a chat, see what's going on, and as always, take care.